Hi, Alex.
Hi, Rochi.
I've been putting into what I've learned into my writing these days, but it seems the body part of my writing is still not very clear. So, do you have any more advice?
Well, I think we could focus now on unity and consistency of your paper.
Well, I think I didn't pay much attention to that two things. I usually write down what I was thinking about, and I didn't pay much attention to the connection between my sentences.
Yes, connection between the different ideas and the whole structure of your paper is very important. That will give a sense, a meaning to your paper, and will help that the readers do not get lost when they are reading your paper. For example, in the introduction, you are supposed to review and introduce the main ideas of your whole paper. And so this, again, should be unified. You should be giving, as we learned before, one idea per paragraph, even in that introduction.
So as what you've said, if I mention a new kind of model in section 2, for example, and a new kind of analyzing method in section 3, I should address previously published literatures relating to it.
Yes, and also give a paragraph for each one of them. So one paragraph for the new analyzing method and its literature, and another paragraph with the new model and its related literature.
I see. I usually review different things, many different things in one paragraph. I think I should avoid that in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And what about the body part of the paper? How should keep unity and consistency?
The body part, as we said before, also it's the most important part of your paper and the longest one, the one that will have the largest number of paragraphs. So the organization of all of them should be unified. This means every idea inside a paragraph should be related with the main topic that you're researching on. But I believe now that we can give the definition that the book has given us for unity.
It says, unity is the quality of consistency in point of view and focus throughout the entire essay.
So yes, as I said before, each paragraph should be consistent with the main idea or the main topic of your research, but also each sentence should be unified with the rest of the paper, should be consistent with what you're writing.
Unity means staying on topic. It
Yes.
means every sentence in one paragraph is about one thing.
Yes.
So what about consistency? One thing I know about consistency is the verb tense should be consistent throughout the paper.
Yes, that's one of the issues you must take into account when you are writing consistently, is that the tense you use should be according to what you have written before and what you are going to write after. So usually you do not change the tense unless you really need to do so, because your research requires you to do so. If not, you must always be using the same tense. So you must remember what you have written, and after you must have an idea of what you are going to write after.
So which tense is better in academic papers?
That depends on what you're researching. Mm-hmm. For example, present tense is commonly used to give out your own ideas and analysis, and also explain events that are happening at the moment. Past tense is used for past events, of course, and also for research that has been made already by other authors. And future tense is used for things that are going to happen in the future.
So how about the citations? Which tense should I use with citations?
You should try to keep always the original tense that was used by the author. Then what you must do is to adapt the tense you are using for your own paper to the citation. But try never to modify the original citation.
Oh, so I know about the tense. And another question, what pronouns should I use in a paper?
That also depends on research. For example, if we use the first person, it is to show that the author is living or is suffering or is enduring what is happening in what you're writing. But again, for academic papers, it is not recommended to use I, to use the first person, because there is less objectivity. That's why third person is the one that we use in academic papers, because it gives objectivity, it makes it more distant. And the second person is usually used for instructions that maybe you have to write, or speeches.
So I think maybe the first person point of view emphasis on the author's involvement with the events he's presenting, and the second person point of view usually brings the readers into focus.
Yes.
And the third person point of view creates kind of distant but objective view on the events, which will be better in academic writing.
Yes, perfectly.